What's up, what's up? This is Dean Anthony TV. I'm here to review Shang Chi. It starts off at the forest. He was looking on a map to go across the land in China. Shang-Chi is fighting. Shang-Chi is fighting a woman in the forest. He tosses 10 rings at her. He throws it back and forth. She hits him with a tree. He bounces back in the floor like couch it, triangle, hit it, dragon style, and they fall to the floor, and it become ours. Cool fight. They at home, they both work as cars, so they go around and help people park their car. The sister just got her driver's license. The parents ask her, when are they going to get a real job? They're in the, they're in the bus, talking to his sister, and some dude comes out of nowhere and picks a fight with Shine. It's a very intense fight. They're fighting back and forth. They're fighting in the bus like Jackie Chan style, ducking and dodging. And they went to the bus driver's seat and drove for a little bit. Cool. And the bus is still moving. The henchmen are coming, more of them, and they're coming to fight, and then he defeats them. Then it's a flashback scene. They show his early training. He lost his mother when he was young, and then he got taught by his father different techniques. As a teenager, he went on his first assignment, and then they go back to the present. They show him the girl traveling to China. They start sightseeing. Then they go towards a fight club, and then the promoter was telling them that they saw like a two people fighting, and then they said, no, you're gonna fight in the higher level. So they fought, and they saw a guy fighting a monster. So that's what he's gonna be doing. And then some woman challenged him, and then attacks him aggressively, and then he stops her, and then he just used only defense. And then they're fighting. Then they're fighting on a roof of scaffold against other people, other ninjas, and the 10 henchmen are fighting on the bamboo sticks everywhere, and it's collapsing as they fall off. Flashback scene. Then Wenwu tells them a story. It shows his father and his mother, how they met. And then it shows Shanti as a baby, that he's one of their cherished childs. And then they show them this whole ritual that was on the floor, and the water is going, from side to side, and they're splashing like evaporated. They show the pathway to the floor. And then they tell this story to their aunt. She was saying that the ancient warriors, they passed to the portal to give from world to world. So there's a dark gate, and they said the 10 rings is the only thing that has the power to break them free. Then he goes, and they see there's a bag for him, and it's his super suit. All the warriors in the army, they test their weapons, bow and arrow, spear, so they do all their techniques in fighting. He test fights against his aunt. She turns and moves, and she uses the wind to knock him over. And then there's a lot of warriors. They're all ready. The villains charge at them. His aunt takes out a bow staff like Killick from Soul Calibur and knocked everybody out. There's a large battle. Shang Chi is gonna fight his father. He turned on him. His father swings first, and he was telling him different sayings that he was there. He came to watch his mother die. Shang Chi fights him with a bamboo staff, and enemy fights around his arms. He takes the 10 Gs. He shoots him. He shoots Shang Chi, and he flew into the water. And then the rings bounce up the wall, and then the dragon, a large dragon, came out. And then the big dude is fighting the girls, on the land, and they're fighting back and forth until the little dragons come towards them, and then they start teaming against them, and they start crushing them. And then crushing them. And then the last fight was so intense that they both had 10 rings, and they were shooting back and forth. So they're shooting the rings back and forth, and then they turn into whips, and then start exchanging and colliding back and forth. And then they swing back and forth, and then a large dragon comes out, and then he takes the 10 rings and knocks out his father, and his father falls to the floor, and then he uses power and knocks out the dragon, falls to the floor. And then his sister helps, so then helps him defeat the dragon also. And then the final scene is that they're all eating in a dining area, and they're laughing, giggling, and then a portal opens, and it looks like Doctor Strange, and then out comes Wong. So Wong tells him and his sister to come to meet him. They have something special to tell him, and something. The second after credit scene, shows Wong, the girl, and Shang Chi in a library, because they never heard of them. And then when they're in the library, the hologram projection of Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel appears, and Wong said they found it in Thai. They talk about what's gonna happen in the future, and stuff containing to all the movies and stuff like that. So basically, Shang-Chi is going to be in the next Avengers film, hopefully. All right, thank you. We'll see, and it ends. A lot of a lot of critics were giving this high reviews. I think the movie is just okay. I give it a 8.5 out of 10 or 8.8. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I don't think it's the best movie. I actually think Winter Soldier, Black Panther, also Avengers, Infinity War was the best story. I definitely in the top 10. You could put it in the top 10 of movies. I think it's pretty good. It's definitely worth seeing. All right, thank you.